Hey guys, so Jess here. I got the first question by Marcus New. Actually, is my friend. So he mailed me. I'll show you and pop it up. How to solve male titties problems. So if you want to solve male titty problems, the thing is there's two ways you actually can do it. Is either you're gonna reduce your body fat as much as possible, or you just gain muscle and develop your pectorals so that your titties will really become a man titties than a male titties problem. Basically, you'll really lose your moves. Alright? So, in that case, just bring down your body fat percentage or just develop a lot more male pectorals. Alright. So, the second question that I get from is Isaac Pond. And he's been talking to me he don't know what's the proper way to lose weight and get fitter to achieve a leaner body. So example, training method, diet control, routines, and etc. And hard to find a balance for fitness and work life and family life. And I am also myself, I am my problem. Lazy and has no willpower. Okay, so the reason why usually people procrastinate, they say that they are lazy or they have no willpower in the first place because they don't know what to do. They have no action plan that is in place. For example, there's no goal that is in place. Alright, that aside, it could be that on your problem is that you don't have enough knowledge to know what is the proper way to actually lose it. If you actually have a game plan and have a straight path that you want to aim for, then that would actually reduce a lot of procrastination problem. Alright, then what's the proper way to lose weight? So I will repeat this over and over again, and I think a lot of fitness influencers around the whole world has been advocating this and repeating this almost every video that you see. Get a caloric deficit. If you want to get fitter by losing weight, fitter and losing weight is a different thing. So if you want to lose weight, get a caloric deficit. You can lose fat even without exercising at all. But if you want to get fitter, then that is a totally different thing. So for example, you can get someone who's really very lean and very skinny in the first place, but has no strength, has no mobility, and has not even enough stamina to actually complete a 2.4 run. So leaner does not always mean fitter, but if you want to talk about the beach body kind of look, then most probably you have to actually gain muscle and lose weight. So find a game plan and then find it out. So if anyone else, do not listen to anyone else who says that, okay, cut your carbohydrates or cut your fat, or do not eat really vegetarian food, clean food and stuff like that. Okay, all these are important, but you have to look at the most important factor that actually helps you to lose weight, which is always caloric deficit. I will not argue with that. Alright, okay, let's go to the next question. So I got a question by Sid Subash. He said, hi Jess, it's more about diet than workout, as diet is difficult to maintain if you're not preparing at home but buying from outside. So, eating at different time as it depends on work schedule in general. In work schedule, sorry. In general, you don't lose weight and don't attain your desired fitness goal. As workout is something that as long as you do, you will see gains. This is the area that I would like to help in diet. Okay, I have helped a lot of clients who has not don't even meal prep. At least I think 80% to 90% of my clients don't even meal prep in the first place. And how are they able to lose fat? By going on a caloric deficit. Okay, so if you're actually talking about working out to see gains, in order for you to have gains, you need to be in a calorie surplus. But if in order for you to lose fat, you gotta be in a calorie deficit. I want you to really plan out a time frame where you're gonna lose fat, and then the next time frame where you're gonna gain muscle. So you can't do both at the same time because it's going to be very inefficient, especially if you're not preparing food at home. If you're eating outside, diet wise, it's very simple. There's many strategies that you actually can do it, and most of my clients would prefer convenience rather than something along the line that they can actually eat more often. So I would I would ask them to actually, like, if you don't want to count calories that much, you can skip your breakfast, and then that's taking about 600 calories out your meal, and that will actually create you on a deficit. Okay, but I guess as a start, especially you as a beginner learning how to really diet properly, I will actually recommend you to download MyFitnessPal and then get into a caloric deficit of 500 to 1000. Okay, and when you actually get that, then for sure you actually lose fat. I'll get to the last question. Okay, the next question is that she's been is by Mas Wong. So she mentioned that she's been working out really hard, and she just still get hungry very easily, and it's not even motivating to be in a caloric deficit in the first place. So okay, I'll give a reference. When there's one of my trainees that I had in the past who has bulimia. He basically do 4 resistance training in a week and 2 times cardio of 10 kilometers. Yes, that is really that crazy. All right, so he wasn't able to lose weight until he met me, and he lost at least about 5 kilos down. He dropped until 14% body fat from 22. Okay, so the reason why I'm actually sharing this is because one thing that he really did not do is he really did not audit his diet. So one thing that he don't understand is about caloric deficit, and I introduced the caloric deficit to him, and losing weight is so much easier just working out 2 times a week. Okay, everything really goes back to your diet. And pertaining to your question where you're saying that you feel really hungry, right? So if you're going to do a lot of cardio almost every single day, if you're working out really that hard, then what's going to happen is that your body will produce a lot of response to it, where you actually feel super hungry, and that actually defeats the purpose, because you cannot out exercise your diet, or technically you can, but it's not really going to be worth it. So if let's say you are really on the calorie surplus or anything like that, then for sure you won't be able to lose weight. Okay, but one thing you really got to take note is that people, if let's say you say that you are in a caloric deficit of 1000 but you'll still not be able to lose weight, I've seen many cases of that, and it always comes down to, did you really audit your food? Because there's one study that has been done that people who are actually losing weight are miscalculating the calories by so much. I can't remember what's the percentage. And sometimes in MyFitnessPal, they tend to give you an activity level of how much calorie deficit you should have. For example, if you're going to work out 2 times or 3 times, then they will actually bump up your metabolism. If you want to give it a try, just put it on sedentary and then eat somewhere around 500 deficit around there, so that you actually can see how much weight you're actually losing. And also, you give me one more question, which is about dieting and you're feeling hungry. Okay, so when you're actually feeling hungry, then that's a response you actually have, and it's super unavoidable, especially if you're dieting. But what I can say is that there's 2 things that I don't really want you to cut out of your diet. So carbohydrates and protein. So protein has been shown to actually increase the satiety in your food. So actually, the more protein you eat, then the more fuller you become throughout the whole day. And also, it has a thermic effect of food. So meaning that if you're going to eat protein, then 1/3 of your calories will actually be burned in digestion. So that could actually help you out in dieting and creating a calorie deficit. Then secondly, cutting your carbohydrates. If let's say you are really not used to having your let's say you've been following people who preach no carbs and stuff like that, what happens that if you're gonna cut carbohydrates, then there's this hormonal response that will actually be produced to make you feel a little bit more hungry. I think if I'm not wrong, it's ghrelin response. So it actually does increase when you are skipping carbohydrate. So remember to actually have a balanced meal, protein, carbohydrate, and fat. Try not to exclude any food groups, but then also create a calorie deficit. From there, you actually be then could be having the most optimal kind of diet, unless I really can take a look at it. All right, so peace out. Thank you very much.